And literally, I think it was yesterday, I just put a little more research into this. And I found out that he married Fox Sports Mexico correspondent Veronica Rodriguez. Now, I haven't gone the step further and find out if Fox Sports Mexico correspondent is Venezuelan and used to make adult films. That's possible. I haven't gone that far yet. But yeah, when it first came out, I was like, hot damn, this guy married a Venezuelan porn star. Way to go. But I've seen pictures of the Fox Sports Mexico correspondent, too, and I mean, she's a catch. And they got married, like, in a jungle by a waterfall with, like, 3 people there or something.
Nice.
Like, I think a macaw actually did the wedding. I think
his abs and a jungle and a waterfall would definitely do it for me.
Oh my god, I'd spooge.
I just did a little bit inside my belly
without
button.
the macaw. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. Congratulations to them, although I'd never support marriage. I think it's an archaic white man's way to own another human being, but do it legally and make it look like it's out of love. Honestly.
And I'm just going to point out here, WWE only publicly congratulated them because this is officially the end of Peyton Royce's career.
This is the end, my only friend.
They probably lost the tag team titles the week that she told Vince that they were going to be married.
Probably. Vince, I need this week off. What for? I'm going to get married. Sean Spears. Oh, sounds like a fine fella. Oh, by the way, I looked up his name. He should never go by his legal name. Ever.
Oh, yeah?
His name is Ronnie William Arnell. Get the fuck out of here.
I think we've said it on the show before. I know I said the last name is very familiar.
I don't know, but I do know that sounds like a generic wrestler that's made to sound like a wimp.
It kind of sounds like a molester. Ronnie
William Arnell.
That's not how you say Arnold. Duh.
Arnell. Excuse me. Wow, sounds like a fine fellow. I'm glad to hear it. Do I know him? Has he been around? Where do I know him from? Oh, he used to wrestle as Ty Dillinger. All right. By the way, you're losing the tag title.
Hope it was worth it, pal. Well, the one good thing about getting married is in God's eyes, you are free and clear to get it in and pull it out and get it in and pull it out as we bring you to this week's ins and outs.
Ooh.
Yes. UFC Hall of Famer Ken Shamrock is returning to Impact for the September 5th and 6th Las Vegas tapings.
The ones where they're going to get their hotel rooms paid for.
That's why he's going. He's like, I'm getting my hotel paid. He's going to trash it, too.
Damn right he is.
He's going to teach them real quick you don't pay for wrestlers' hotel rooms. they turn back to the cocaine 80s all over again. But he's appearing because of his social media feud with Impact's Moose. Shamrock hasn't been in Impact since 2004. It was then TNA when he won the NWA World Heavyweight Championship on their first ever show, which he later lost to possibly current 24/7 champion Ron R-Truth Killings. As of now, he's not under contract, but has agreed to multiple appearances. Now, I thought Moose was just going after old ECW guys. Well, Ken Shamrock wasn't an EC dub, was he?
No, but he's an old wrestler, so I guess he's expanding.
But if you're gonna... there's still other old ECW guys. You get through what you fucking said you were getting through first.
To be fair, Ken Shamrock is more hardcore than any of those old ECW guys.
I understand that entirely. I mean, it's a good fit, but...
No, I hear you. You know, it might have been one of those...
versus Dreamer already? Or did he just bypass that one? He's like, nope, I've seen his matches.
I'm pretty sure they've wrestled. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm kind of sure. You know what could have happened is you know how people sometimes work themselves into a shoot in wrestling? These guys might have shot themselves into a work. Like, it could have been like they just started joshing each other on Twitter and shit, started going back and forth and you know, just busting each other's balls. And soon enough, it came down to like, shit, people are following. We should have a match. Like, maybe that's what it was. Maybe it was real life that turned into a work. I don't know. Weirder shit has happened.
But no, bringing up R-Truth, I think he should have a better championship than the 24/7 championship, because he's done great things for that piece of shit.
R-Truth, I mean, when he was Ron the Truth Killings in Impact Wrestling, he was a main event guy. He was a hell of a hand. You know, so
see, and I don't know if I want to see him with the WWE championship this close to the Kofi run, because I think it would.
He doesn't need that, but he could have an IC or US title run.
I think he'd be a solid US championship holder if you were willing to actually do something with the US championship that month.
But I think they want him to be a comedy act, and you know what?
It works really well for him.
I think at this stage in the game, because he's fucking old.
I like the fact that they're getting Elias in on the mix now, too. Elias has had it a couple of different times. So they're finally putting on somebody legitimate enough that he's actually going to hold it for a minute.
I'm pretty sure at this stage of the game, he's probably more than happy to just go out and do comedy shit, not wear and tear on his body and make money.
And,
you know what I mean?
Music. He makes music.
And yeah, he does. He does. I guess he's not as old as I thought he is, but for pro wrestling, he's still pretty old. He's 47 years old. Yeah. So that's not young in pro wrestling. No. It's young in real life, but it's not young in pro wrestling. 19 though. You know. He started in 97. So I don't know, what would 97 be?
22 years ago.
Okay, and if he's 47, that would be 25. Okay. He started at 25? Okay. Wow. Are we sure that's right?
It sounds... It could be.
Was it 22?
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be 22. You're right. Uh-huh. Yep. So he would have started at 25. So that's young. That's young for a wrestler. Mm-hmm. That's average. I think it's average. Let's say it's average. Yeah. But remember, he used to be K Quick. A lot of people don't remember his run in WWE as K Quick with Road Dogg, Jesse James.
Wasn't he WCW too?
He was not in WCW. Oh, okay.
See, I had thought he went all the way back to WCW.
I think you're thinking of Elix Skipper. Maybe you're not thinking of him, but Elix Skipper was badass.
Yeah.
I don't know whatever happened with Elix Skipper, but he was amazing. Go back, folks, and just go to your YouTube machine and type Elix Skipper Cage Walk and just be flabbergasted, because a lot of times you look at something 10 years ago and you're like, oh, that was so cool 10 years ago. I mean, people do it a lot now. Go back and watch Elix Skipper Cage Walk. People don't do that now. It's amazing. If you've seen it tomorrow in NXT, you'd be like, oh, fuck!
You probably will see it tomorrow on NXT.
Hey, I'll be all right with that. Something you're not going to see in NXT or anywhere other than Impact, though, pASTEY, is LAX. Because Impact Wrestling will be retaining the rights to the LAX name as Santana and Ortiz move away from the company.
You know what? I like that, because it's already been passed down once.
Well, exactly. And as we reported earlier this month, the duo said their goodbyes to the Impact crowd after 2 years with the company. And by the way, I was surprised when I double-checked this. 2 years. They made a huge impact, no pun intended, on the company in just 2 years.
Yeah, they did.
Because I thought they'd been with them for 5.
They're a huge asset to Impact for the time they were there. But I guess I remember when they initially had taken the reins from the original LAX.
Right, the OGs. Yeah. So when asked about the LAX acronym, Santana said that they would be doing something else but would still remain the same. He's quoted saying, "We're going to be doing our own thing. We're still Santana and Ortiz, but we're going to be putting out something new." Now, pASTEY, before joining Impact, the two were collectively known as EYFBO. And for folks out there trying to figure this shit out in text talk, you never will, so let me tell you what it means. It stood for Entertain Your Fucking Balls Off. Or, when necessary, and they're in a PG environment, it was Entertain Your Freaking Butts Off.
There you go.
Back then, though, it wasn't Santana and Ortiz. It was a Funky Monkey, Angel Ortiz, and the Nasty Assassin, Mike Drastic.
I'll just bring it all back.
God, I know. So I want to see the Funky Monkey and the Nasty Assassin go.
And can they come to the ring with somebody call my mama?
It is so great. But yeah, like you said, Pacey, I mean, obviously, not only was LAX a tag team before these two guys were even in wrestling, but they were a tag team created by TNA. TNA came up with that. It was with Conan, of course.
It's just a shame they didn't stick around long enough to pass it down to the next LAX.
It is a shame, but I have a feeling, first of all, in like a year's time, not anytime soon, I'd love to see them find another Latin American duo or trio and bring back LAX. Uh-huh. But I would like to think the way it sounds is that it was really a pretty decent breakup. Like no bridges were burned on this. So I could see those two coming back and having a match with them and passing on the name, or maybe like a new group coming in with the name and those two coming back.
Like so much money though, anywhere they go. I don't know that they do go back.
Well, I mean, they could do like two shows or something. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. I could see them coming back and just doing a program with them. Really similar to the way LAX. I mean, LAX came back and kind of got this new LAX going, then they went away. Then they came back again as the OGs, and then they went away. So, you know, I could see that happening.
All I know is, I guess the future's bright. I like the fact that Impact is retaining that. It makes sense, 100%. Santana and Ortiz can move on and hopefully go to AEW where they'll be used.
Any company is going to do wonders with them.
God, I really want to see them on USA on NXT too, but
yeah, I honestly think that not only that we've said this before, but I honestly think not only NXT, but I think the main roster would be able to use these two guys well. We know that Vince is always big on trying to find that Hispanic connection, and we know WWE doesn't respect tag teams, but this would be a good one to have in that small mix as somebody who's always in there. So I'd love to see him anywhere. ROH, AEW, New Japan, Ring of Honor. I already said that. They could go down, as you mentioned earlier, to Alberto and Chavos.
Yeah, they could.
The sky's the limit for these guys. They're not short on talent. No. By no means. They're going to be an asset anywhere they go.
Yeah, I'd almost say hottest free agents on the market currently.
Probably. And with AEW being the one promotion that's at least publicly touting that they want to push the tag division, I would say that's the best spot for them.
Oh, I just want all the Lucha Bros and the Young Bucks and Santana and Ortiz, not LAX. XAL, that's what they'll be called.
Call them IFBO. IFBO!
Why?
EYFBO. IFBO. Sup, son? We IFBO. I'm Funky Monkey. I'm Nasty Assassin. We IFBO. I love it.
Oh, God.
Too good. That's too good. Tag teams.
Yes, indeed. Rumor has it WWE officials are in talks with Enzo Amore and Big Cass to make a return to the company for the NXT brand by their USA Network debut. According to old Unky Meltzer, we don't know if they've accepted, but Cass really hasn't done much on the indie scene and has also made it clear he wants to get back. Enzo? Who really knows? He says a lot of things, but his rap career isn't exactly going anywhere,
that's an understatement.
It's a little sad. He's got a couple of decent songs.
Yeah, so do 50 million people in the United States.
Yeah. With that said, WWE told PW Insider that there is no basis for this story and that they have had zero discussions with Enzo and Cass. Only time will tell. Man, I don't know. I would accept them back in NXT, but I'd rather see Enzo versus Janela.
I don't need to see these two.
No.
I'm not gonna hate on them going anywhere, I don't miss these two.
I think they belong somewhere in wrestling.
I don't know. I'm not going to dog on anybody getting a job.